Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm here with Big Frank, one of the newest 5% athletes, part of the family, and welcome again. Welcome aboard. We love having you. This was the first expo that you've been with us.
Yes, sir.
But not your first expo. You've been to many expos, right?
Many.
How did I find you? You had a private account. You didn't have that many followers.
No, I had
And
no followers.
I stumbled across your picture somewhere.
I turned pro in 2008.
Right.
After making a major transformation after a car accident.
What division? What
WBFF
section was that? Yeah.
bodybuilding. When Paul Dillette first started bodybuilding, you want to go against the other federations, and I had a little trouble with the NPC because of my height, because I'm 6'4",
Right.
and they really didn't like that. So I went over to WBFF, and Paul Dillette, being a tall bodybuilder, loved my size.
Right.
So in 2008, I turned pro, did a couple world championships, did very well there. So that worked out well, but I was never one for attention. I did this mostly because people told me I couldn't do it, and I don't like people telling me I can't do something.
Yeah, well,
you know what I
6'4",
mean?
it's hard to fill out that frame.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know very many bodybuilders that have been successful that tall. It's very rare.
Yep, very.
You know? So
very.
that's pretty incredible. But I see when a guy that tall does eventually fill out, it's so much more impressive.
Starting to.
But it's almost impossible. You know, I mean, you rarely see bodybuilders, successful over 6 foot.
Yep.
You know,
and that's why I started dropping down. I started losing size, kind of going more for like a mainstream look, and it just wasn't me. It didn't.
You weren't happy.
I wasn't happy at all. And I got my inspiration, watching you and stuff. And a friend of mine was running a table at an expo, and one of your girls, Shayna, she saw me and she was like, "Who are you? How much do you weigh?"
I think that's a picture I saw. Yeah, you took a picture with her.
Yep. And she tagged you.
Right,
and then you liked, you started following me.
I got a hold of you.
And you're like, "Hey man, can you send me my story? Your story." And I sent my story, and you wrote back. It was probably the most touching, humbling thing that ever happened to me when someone you look up to, basically your hero writes you and says, "Wow, your story touched me. Will you come with me?" And I was like,
Right.
It's just so touched.
I mean, I was just impressed by the sheer size of you,
Yeah.
And then to find out your history and everything is just unbelievable. What you've gone through, what you've overcome.
Yeah.
What's been in your way, and you're still just moving forward. Nothing's
Still doing
stopping
it.
you.
I was focusing on other people. I wrote over 300 articles on other athletes. And I started thinking, you know what, and with your guidance, you're like, maybe this is your time. Maybe this is time for you to emerge yourself and start marketing yourself. And if I can help inspire people that way,
Right.
that's the direction I want to take.
Well, it's just crazy that I've been in this for so long. We're in the same, same age pretty much, and been around involved in the same things, and I've never came across, seen pictures of you.
Yeah,
You just kind of been like hidden.
Underground.
Just hiding out this whole time, right?
Yeah.
And everyone else is trying to be seen.
Yeah.
Right? That's the industry.
Yeah.
Is you're trying to be seen. You're out and about, you're social media, and you were kind of doing the opposite. You were hiding out.
Yep.
So when I saw you, I'm like,
where the hell
did this guy come from? So that was awesome. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're part of the team. And
it's an honor.
I hope you had a great time. I mean, people want to take pictures with you and find out who you are. Other people are doing interviews, trying to find out where you came from, who you are.
Exactly. That was the question of the day. Where the hell have you been? So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. You're done competing. All that. You're kind of in the same boat as me, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you've done other things.
I want to look the way I want to look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got 4 kids, 2 sets of twins. They're my life and everything, and I want to show them anything is possible. I achieved more than anyone gave me credit for in bodybuilding. So now we'll see if we can't do like something with acting or something cool, something fun. Like we talked about, doing like Comic Cons and stuff like that. Just show that monsters still exist.
Yeah, there's so much out there to do. There's so many ways to be successful, and you just gotta find the right thing and move in that direction.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that you might be going in this direction, and then all of a sudden you end up over here.
Yeah.
Other doors open.
Yeah.
That you don't even think about.
Exactly.
I'm glad to have you on the team, and
it's an honor.
We need to do some interviews and get a little more in depth.
Yeah.
With your trial and tribulations you've gone through.
For sure.
Which is some pretty crazy, motivating stuff. When you hear some of the things this guy has been through and pushed through, it kind of makes you feel like you can do anything. And I love stories like that where you listen to someone's story and you realize that you really have nothing to bitch or complain about. Poor me, and you hear this story and you're like, oh shit, like I have it easy. I haven't gone through shit. So you're 6'4", and your current weight is what?
Right now, 350. I was at 370, been doing your Piana keto.
Right.
And got down to 350 now. By Toronto or like the Olympia, I want to come in a shredded 300.
Right.
I want to be shredded 300. So it'll be the biggest I've been at that classic, shredded physique, which I can get.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's
it'll be
awesome,
fun.
man. 350 is crazy. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
The most I ever got to is 315
Yeah.
for one day. And that was the day when I said, enough of this.
Yep.
I'm done with this shit. I'm
Yep.
going back down. It's just too much.
Yep.
You've been this way for a while though. So your
Yeah,
body's
I
kind of
changed my baseline.
acclimated.
Yeah, I definitely changed my baseline. I remember when it was hard saying, oh, I want to be 270, oh, I want to be 280. And then I was like, that was my baseline. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, I want to get bigger.
Right.
And I did. And at my height, I need to be bigger to have that fuller look.
Right. Right.
And all of a sudden, I hit that 350 and I stuck there for a while. And now I'm going to come back down a little bit.
Right.
Following your lead and, show up at the next show with abs at 300. So
Right. Right.
be cool.
And then you're gonna feel small and you want to get big again.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll get big in a different way. I'll get big like a little
Yeah.
thicker, but I'm gonna keep that smaller waist.
Right, right, right.
Kind of like what
Yeah.
you're doing. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is when you're 300 pounds and you're shredded,
Yeah.
that's monster. That's
You look
huge.
bigger.
But our mentality,
Yeah.
what we see ourselves,
It's crazy.
anytime you lose weight,
Yeah.
you feel smaller.
Always.
Even if it's bad weight, even if you look better, lighter, always gonna feel smaller.
Always.
And you know how it is. You're never really happy.
I scaled way.
When you're
way
big,
down.
you want to be lean. When you're lean, you want to be big.
Yeah. I
And
scaled down.
that's, my whole life has been
250.
this.
Oh, always. Always. You don't get used to it. It keeps you working towards something. You know what I mean? It gets you excited to do something.
Goals.
When you're smaller, you want to be bigger. When
Right.
you're bigger, you want to be smaller. At
And
least,
that's the thing is we
you know.
we got to have goals. That's why we do that.
Always.
We need something to shoot for. We don't just blindly go through life,
No.
with no goals.
No way.
That's the whole thing is to have goals, conquer those goals, and have new goals, and
Always.
just continue conquering the goals and getting better in everything we can.
Absolutely.
And we got so much to talk about. We sit and talk all day. Your MMA background, this just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
So, but I think we'll call it quits.
Cool.
We've been 3 days straight on our feet.
Man,
I
it's
don't know how
crazy.
many hours.
Both limping around.
Right. And the first expo you come with us is like the biggest expo.
Yeah, it was awesome. Just the best experience. So
Awesome.
I look
awesome.
forward to doing all
Right.
you'll take me on. Wherever you want to take me, man,
Yeah.
I'm there. So it's cool.
Awesome, brother. Well, great to have you.
Thank you.
And we're out of here, guys.